YouTube is KB with Just Do Boxing, back with another video, back with the third episode of what I like to call Prospect Watch. Got a rising young star in the making. Let's talk about it, man. So last night, man, we had Jahi Tucker, now 6-0, 4 KOs, just 18 years old, orthodox fighter. This kid's 5'11", 68-inch reach. And I believe he had fights both at 140, because last night was a welterweight bout. So I think he's campaigning in both divisions. So I'm not sure to say if he's at 140, at 147, because I believe he had fights in both. But let's get into it anyway. This kid's fighting out of Deer Park, New York, born in Queens, and he just fought last night, man, on the undercard of Joe Smith Jr. versus Steve Gifford. Fought against a tough game, Akeem Black, who was supposed to give him a test, man, but Tucker completely destroyed Akeem Black in 2 rounds. Tucker came out from the opening bell, commanding the center of the ring with a fast, hard jab. Meaning he wasted no time letting his hands go. There was no fill-out round at all. Man, this dude immediately just jumped all over Black, and it seemed like it was just too much for him. Black held up for 2 rounds, and he was just blitzed. This kid jumped in with blazing combinations. He was going to the body, mixing it up, going to the head. He slipped in some nasty uppercuts as well. I think he dropped Akeem Black for his first time in his career, even though he had been stopped one time earlier in his career, but he never been knocked down. And Tucker was able to do that. I mean, this kid was fast, great reflexes, good foot movement. And he showed good defense, but he wanted to mix it up. It's just 18 years old, man. This kid could fight his ass off, man. He fought well in the inside as well. Nothing that Black landed was of any significance. Tucker just basically walked through anything he did land and just broke him down in 2 rounds and got him out of there. TKO'd him. This dude Tucker is showing skills beyond his years. Only 18 years old, just 6 fights, just turning pro in 2020. Man, he got a promising future. He showed great hand speed, very fast, quick hands. Threw a lot of punches. One thing I learned about him in the few fights that I've seen from him is he is not afraid to let his hands go. And he got like a mean streak in the ring. He really wants to hurt his opponent and look good doing it. Even though last night was fought at a fast pace and it ended very early in the second round, he showed us a lot in just that small sample size, letting his hands go, to ripping the body shots, showing us that he really know how to dig to the body. He showed a high IQ. He's a very athletic, fast, elusive young guy, but he didn't use the ring. He took the fight to Akeem Black from the opening bell, and he showed that he wasn't coming to go the distance, man. He jumped all over this kid. And he just showed a lot of skill, really good power. Like I say, very athletic, went to the body well. He just showed that he wanted to fight. He wanted to mix it up. Good inside fighter, very good inside fighter for just 6 fights. Like I say, he turned pro September 19th of 2020, and already he has 6 fights. And that was pretty much in the pandemic year, and this kid has 6 fights. So he's been very active. And he seems to be on a fast track, but he's handling each of these opponents very well. Like I said, Akeem Black was supposed to be a test. More recently, he was known for had given, 154-pound Joey Spencer a tough fight. He bust Joey Spencer's nose up pretty good in that fight, had him leaking. But nonetheless, Joey Spencer handled business and won a unanimous decision. But it was a very competitive, kind of rough fight for him. Probably his toughest of his career so far. So with that being said, people expected Akeem Black to truly test Tucker. And man, he surprised me in the fashion that he beat Akeem Black. I expected it to go definitely more than 2 rounds. It was a 6-round fight. I was leaning toward it going the distance, and this dude, being able to truly test Tucker, but This kid really showed that he's here, and he's gonna be a problem in the near future, whether he's campaigning at 140 or at 147, because he's very tall for either of the weight classes. This kid is 5'11", long frame, very fast, great punch selection. Even though he fought at a fast pace, he picked his shots very well. He wasn't just throwing just to be throwing. I mean, he threw with bad intentions, and he placed his punches very well. And, he got some good exposure fighting on the undercard of Joe Smith versus Steve Gaffard title fight. He showed out, man. That was definitely one of the best fights of the night, even though it only went 2 rounds. I just like the amount of skill I've seen in just 2 short rounds, man. This kid was very comfortable in the ring from the opening bell, till he got the TKO stoppage. He got very good rhythm and timing. He did a hell of a good job switching up his shots, mixing it up, body to the head. Like I said, Akeem Black landed a few punches here and there, but it just was nothing of any significance that would have slowed Tucker down. And he just walked through this guy. At one point in the fight, he turned him. I like the way he fought himself out the corner, and he was able to turn Black and just blast him with more power shots. Like the way this kid fought, man, you would think he was older than 18, and you would have thought he had more than 6 fights from what he showed us last night. And then, remember, Akeem Black was supposed to test him. He only had been stopped one other time earlier in his career. And like I said, he gave, the undefeated rising prospect at junior middleweight, Joey Spencer, a very competitive fight. And this fight was fought at welterweight, and he just was no match for Jihad Tucker, man. The amount of skill this kid showed last night in just 2 rounds was, definitely beyond his years. It was very impressive. And from what I see, this kid stays in the gym. He's always working on his craft. He has a very good team behind him. He's very confident in himself. He's not overconfident. I don't see him as cocky. He's very confident, and for good reason, because he believes in what he can do. And after last night, I'm more than a believer that we looking at a potential future world champion, man. I know it's early, but as long as this guy continues to improve how he's shown us time and time again in these 6 fights, he's gotten better each time out, shows some more maturity. I want to say patient, but in this fight, he was on a mission, man. He was on a mission to destroy, and I think that's a good sign, because he's letting it be known early. If you don't belong in the ring with him, he's getting you out of there. And he has a lot of skill. Great boxer with good punching power, man. Young, athletic kid, great reflexes, and he likes to fight. And he's willing to fight and mix it up in the inside, and he knows how to do it without taking big shots. So he got a lot of upside, man. A lot of potential. Future is bright. The sky's the limit. And I definitely felt like I had to let the Just Do family know about, Jihad Tucker, this kid fighting out in New York, Deer Park. He's a beast, man. He's somebody to keep an eye on. And if you didn't catch his fight last night, I highly suggest y'all go check it out. Jihad Tucker versus Akeem Black, man, it was a hell of a performance for the young Tucker. Like I say, he's tall for the weight class, so I see him potentially being able to move up at some point, and do damage there. That's how skilled this guy is, So it's my thoughts on this prospect, man. This 3rd episode of Prospect Watch. I'm gonna keep it coming, man. Y'all get in the comment section, like, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think of Jihad Tucker, and if y'all seen him fight at all. Definitely check him out if you didn't. As always, let me know if I gave Jihad Tucker his just due. So that's the whole reason I started this channel, so I could give these fighters their just due, like none other. So until the next one, man, I'm out. Peace.